Welcome to part 2 of my two-part series of opening the subscription box from Achatfell. So I had to break this video up into two because the opening of the box went longer than what I expected. So I thought, let me break it up into two and you can see the opening of the box, and then later on, if you want to watch, you can see what I created. Now Anya's challenge was, the theme was Europe and we had to use only what was in the box. I actually didn't know the second part, and I created an artwork using a liner that I have, and then after I'd finished lining my artwork, I went back to the group chat and realized that I'd mistakenly didn't do the challenge because you could only use what was in the box. So now it was a bit of another challenge for me to only use what she had supplied. But the colors that she chose were wonderful, and I really thought hard about it. And I went, because the theme was Europe, I went with Marie Antoinette because I had enough color for skin tone, and she wore a lot of blue. And also she's from Austria. Well, she was from Austria, and so is Achatfell. So I had to work with only what she gave me, and I'm used to working in ink and a certain way. I have a procedure of the lining, transferring, and the inking, whereas with watercolors it's very different. Also, when I use paints, I'm used to thicker paints that I can add layers to. So I knew this work of art wasn't going to be absolutely perfect because I can't erase and do my line art, so I had to just kind of go with the flow and block in colors where I saw it. So I looked actually online for different poses with Marie Antoinette, and the blue, they were all watercolor products that Achatfell had given me. So I used the blue crayons for her dress and her hair, obviously the peachy color for her skin tone, and then this wasn't coming together as I thought because it was very freestyle. Watercoloring is very freeing, and I'm used to structure, so this is not easy for me, but I did enjoy it. I did try something new. The problem that I found that I have with watercolors is I'm used to mixed media, so I'm used to layering a lot. And with watercolors, you can't layer because when you add the second layer, you activate the layer before, and you have to wait for each layer to dry, and I have zero patience. So I used that Ecoline watercolor ink was my saving grace in this piece because it just added a lovely warmth to the picture. And the colors that she chose worked very well, I think, with the theme And there's so much more I would have done. Had I had a liner, I would have done a lot more detail and stuff. But I think I had to work within the constraints of what she chose for me. But I think I did a good job. It's something different, although it's still in my style. It's still a character. But keep in mind that I could not erase. So I was not expecting a beautiful masterpiece. But what I did create, I actually am pleasantly surprised. I knew I got that second hand very wrong, and there's a point where I overworked this paint. If I had stopped maybe halfway through, and after I'd done the lining, I could have, after the eyebrows, I could have probably stopped, but I just carried on and on and on, and adding more and more, thinking that I just work through the layers like I do in mixed media. And that's the thing when it comes to watercolors. I'm still learning. I'm still doing all the mistakes that you do in the beginning, and the thing is, you have to stop layering. You lay down your color, and then that's it. And yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by what I created. It's a bit of a modge podge. It's not perfect. It's obviously very, very flawed, but I think it kind of shows the theme, and I'm hope that Achatfell likes what I did with it. The box was full of yummy treats and all these products that I haven't used before. They weren't straight up watercolor pans, so there were pencils and crayons, and it was a nice way for me to ease into watercolors. I don't think I'll be giving up my inks anytime soon. I still love my inks, but I think this was a lovely introduction to watercolors, and I want to thank Anya so much for this swap. It is amazing. Please stay tuned for next week's Saturday's video, where it's either my turn or it's Lana's turn, but there's definitely more videos to come. And check out Lana's videos, go see what she created using these box items. She's more accustomed to watercolors, so I'm sure her art piece is amazing. I cannot wait to see it myself. Thank you so much to everybody involved. Thank you for watching this video. Please do head on over to those channels and show them all the love that you can. And I will see you next week when I continue on my journey in the subscription boxes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.